What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to another UFC Quick Picks on the Mayo Media Network. My name is Brett Apley from dailyfanmma.com. Going to give you a cash game play, tournament play, salary play, and my fade of the week. Before we get into those picks, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. A lot of great content coming out of the Mayo Media Network. We got the Dogger Pass podcast. Paul Shaughnessy, Cody Sapp, they do a great job there. Every Wednesday, breaking down every single fight on the slate. If you haven't watched that video yet, you can pause this one, go back and watch the full video, and come back here for the UFC Quick Picks. Like the video, comment below who your favorite DraftKings play of the week is. And I guess let's jump into my first play of the week, which is going to be Khabib Nurmagomedov at 9.2K. So look, if you're playing tournaments, you do not have to play Khabib, but in cash games, I think he's close to a must play, and that's why I'm using him as my cash game play of the week at 9.2K. Khabib is a pretty heavy favorite here, minus 310 against Justin Gaethje. He's also minus 110 to win inside the distance. That's a pretty good number in the main event, which is a 5-round fight, which we always look to target from a DraftKings perspective. And I'll run the numbers by you. I'm sure you guys are aware of Khabib's wrestling heavy style. He lands 5.35 takedowns per 15 minutes, advances position at a high rate. He's topped out at 21 takedowns in 3 rounds before. Excellent ground and pound artist. Look, you're looking for safety in cash games, right? And yeah, Gaethje could go out there and knock him out with one shot. He could defend some takedowns. I think Gaethje's in a pretty solid tournament play. But in cash games, I mean, Khabib's going to be so highly owned. One of the biggest favorites on the slate, 5-round main event, not too difficult to pay up for, and his upside, if floor and ceiling in a win is immense. I mean, this guy almost never scores less than 100 points. 106, 105, 148, 107, 120, 139, 96, 94, 156, and 114. The guy has never lost. So in cash games, 9.2K, Khabib Nurmagomedov is my play of the week. Next up, I'll give you one of my favorite tournament plays of the week, and we're going to go with Magomed Ankalaev at 8.9K. Ankalaev is fighting Ion Cutelaba. These two squared off not too long ago. This is about the 5th time they've scheduled this fight. Ankalaev did win by first-round knockout in that fight, though there was a referee error. Cutelaba was not actually knocked out. Still, though, I think Ankalaev is an excellent tournament play on this slate at 8.9K. He's minus 305 to win. He is minus 110 to win inside the distance. And more than anything, for me, this comes down to the pace in which Cutelaba fights. I don't believe Cutelaba is just going to sit back in range, play a slow style, not look to engage. This is one of the most aggressive fighters in the light heavyweight division. He is going to come forward throwing bombs. He lands strikes at a very high rate, more than 5 strikes per minute. He attempts takedowns at a high rate. Cutelaba is actually a very, very active fighter, and what that means is that he's going to force Ankalaev into a high-paced fight. There's going to be a high number of exchanges here. And let's be honest, Cutelaba is a fighter who can be finished. A lot of times throughout his UFC career, he's had success in the first round, but when that finish hasn't come, he's been finished himself. And I'll run through his record real quick here. Yeah, he got the knockout loss to Cutelaba, first-round knockout over Khalil Roundtree, second-round submission loss to Glover Teixeira, and he's also been submitted by Misha Cirkunov in the 3rd round. So I do think Cutelaba is live here to have some success early. He's going to be so aggressive, but I just like this fight as a whole. It's one of the fights most likely to end inside the distance here at minus 270. Which is a pretty strong number. So Ankalaev, 8.9K. I think he has knockout upside. I don't know if he's capable of a submission per se, but I do think he could have success on the ground with ground and pound. And ultimately, I just think there's a pretty good chance this fight ends inside the distance. So Ankalaev, 8.9K, one of my favorite tournament plays of the week. Definitely think he has potential to hit 100 points. Next up is my salary saving play on the card, and I'm going with Shavkat Rakhmonov at 7.7K. And to me, this comes down to just value, okay? Betting lines, in comparison to price, it's a very important tool to use when you're creating daily fantasy contests. And Rakhmonov is now a favorite at minus 120 against Alex Oliveira. but he's only 7.7K. So he's an immense value on the slate. And simply what it means is that Rachmanov is much more likely to win his fight at 7.7K than the vast majority of fighters in his surrounding price range. And so does that mean that you need to go all in on him? No, I don't think so. But I do think it makes him a very strong play, someone I'm actively looking to use in my lineups on this slate. Rachmanov is 12-0, undefeated as a professional. He will be making his UFC debut against Alex Oliveira. And yeah, Rachmanov is maybe not the most polished fighter that's ever made his UFC debut, but he's undefeated and he wins inside the distance. 7 wins by knockout, 5 wins by submission, and he has a pretty strong inside distance line here as well, plus 244 ITD. So at 7.7K, you got a guy who theoretically wins his fight more than 50% of the time. And when he wins, he's fairly likely to win inside the distance. I think he makes her an excellent play. Cash games or tournaments on the slate, and I think he'll be fairly popular. Rachmanov 7.7K, my salary play of the week. Finally, going to give you my fade of the week, and that's going to be Lauren Murphy at 8.8K. Murphy is a solid favorite here, minus 195 to win against the debutante Lilia Shekarova. However, it's just hard to prioritize her in a range of killers that does include Khabib, that does include Ankalaev. Murphy is only plus 460 to win inside the distance. So again, in comparison to fighters I just named, minus 110, minus 120 inside the distance, plus 460 on Murphy inside the distance indicates that her chances of finishing are just not very high. And without a finish, I struggle to see Murphy ending up on the optimal lineup. She's 8.8K. She's only top 10x once in her entire UFC career. She scored 104 points one time. Other than that, she scored 88, 79, 70, 73. Yeah, sure, 75-point score wouldn't be horrible on this slate, but for tournaments, you're looking for 90, 95, 100 points at 8.8K, and I struggle to see Murphy scoring that well. So 8.8K Murphy is going to be my fade of the week. And that's going to do it, guys, for another UFC Quick Picks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Again, subscribe to the channel, Mayo Media Network. Like the video, comment below who your favorite DraftKings play of the week is, and you can check out all my content, full breakdowns, podcasts, rankings, everything, dailyfanmma.com. You can use a code UFC254 for 20% off any monthly package. Best of luck in your contest this week, guys. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.